In this unit, we focus on technology and whether or not we could survive without it. So what is the purpose of technology? Let's start here. Technology's sole purpose is to make our lives easier by making tasks simpler to perform. What are some examples? Well, what are some things that are much simpler to perform using technology? Take a second now and think of a few. How does a computer make things easier to perform? How does a cell phone make things easier to perform? How does a hammer make our lives easier? How does toilet paper make our lives easier? What did they use before? What will they use in the future? Will it change? Will we no longer be using toilet paper 20 years from now? A microwave oven. What did that change? Technology affects us in three major ways. In this lesson, we're looking at how it affects our society. We'll also look at how it affects our environment and how it affects our health. Take a minute to brainstorm the ways technology affects our entire society. What are some things that affect our society as a whole? Think about it in terms of social interactions, in terms of physical and virtual interactions. What's changing now? Okay, what's the new technology craze that's starting on PlayStation or began with Oculus Rift? How is our privacy affected? What is exposed and hidden virtually and physically? And what about our dependency in work and in our everyday lives? Starting with some social interactions, how you communicate with your friends and family. How is technology affecting that? How you communicate with colleagues or even your teachers. Do you take the time to proofread or just send, even with internet slang and shortcuts in there? What about finding a date? How has technology affected this? Or even organizing events and meetups. Do you schedule events using Facebook or some other social media? How about privacy? Our digital citizenship is the persona we portray while online. At times this is anonymous, but other times it is not. All of your interactions online are recorded in some way, and everything is traceable if enough care is given to investigate. Even your Google searches will alter the ads you see while browsing random websites. Have you ever noticed that you were shopping for something, say a pair of shoes, or maybe looking up some music or something on Amazon, and then you went to a completely different website and suddenly that ad was telling you, hey, you should go back and buy those shoes? How about our dependency? So we become dependent on this technology. You see it every day at school, you see it at the mall. Everyone's using a cell phone, or most people are. Imagine researching without Google. Where would you look? Do you know where we used to go? Imagine driving to a new location without having a GPS. How would you get there? Do you have any idea of how we could search for an address if we did not have Google Search or Google Maps? Imagine communicating with anyone without a cell phone. Imagine your phone breaking for a month with no option to replace or repair it. How would your day change? Although these devices offer some amazing pros, we must acknowledge the fact that nothing comes without a cost. So what if it all went away? So think about the one piece of technology you use the most, whether that be your cell phone, a computer, car, or bicycle. How much of an impact would it have on you and everyone else if all of those devices were gone tomorrow with no hope of rebuilding them? Take a second now and go back to Resley and add your 2 cents to this discussion thread. On Resley, if you click on discussion, you'll find the IT1 Society Impact of Technology. Inside there, if you click on preview, you can then add your reply to this very same question. We see a lot of examples of this what if scenario all over movies and TV. Some different movies, post-apocalyptic scenarios include The Book of Eli, Mad Max, The Postman, Waterworld, Revolution, The Walking Dead. And then there's even some movies that will have a dependency on technology, such as Wall-E, the Matrix trilogy, and even the Terminator series. Of course, the same could be said for video games as well. You might want to add some examples to your posts.